Thank you so much for joining me, Terri Meier. We're so excited to have you. You're the president of the HFMA in San Diego. How's it going this year? And what is the mission of the HFMA for people who might not know?
Healthcare is ever changing, so there's never a dull moment. I can start with that, and I think that's where HFMA comes in. I mean, their mission is really leading the financial management of healthcare. So, I mean, at a national level, they're great advocates, even in the legislature, to try to, advocate in the best interest of us, the providers, the hospitals, and the physicians. As well as a national level, they, provide some great opportunities for thought leadership and, learning best practices, networking with peers, giving us those resources in which to further our career, through education. They've got lots of great online education that they provide certifications that are nationally recognized, across the United States. And in some instances, I've noticed, most recently, because healthcare is so specialized that even in some of the job descriptions out there, the postings, it's referencing, HFMA, CHFP certified and stuff. So I think, the individual, our membership is really getting noticed and recognized for the effort that they're putting into that training and education. And then at a local level, each one of the states has, sometimes several local chapters of HFMA. So we try to bring that same education opportunity to our membership at the local level.
Yeah, and your members, it's not just, like from one department or whatnot, right? Like
Yeah.
who's best suited to become a member?
Yeah, I mean, anybody in healthcare. It's a lot of the focus is on the revenue cycle. So it is, and revenue cycle encompasses, so many different departments, registration, HIM, coding, revenue integrity, billing, collection, customer service. So it's all of those things, as well as, some of the things that you wouldn't think of, like process improvement, the EHR, the EPICS, and the IT part of healthcare.
Right.
Knowing, how revenue cycle works puts an individual at such an advantage when they're, looking at some of those other jobs that are really outside of the traditional revenue cycle itself.
Yeah, absolutely. And we know all about that because we're on the, video production end of things. And so, we definitely promote, blasting your message with video because you can reach so many more people nowadays. Yep. And so if you're, whether that's for courses or it's for like a marketing campaign, there's so many different ways to utilize the technology and get your message out there. So
I also teach a revenue cycle certification course for the University of San Diego.
Oh, you do? Oh, cool. Yeah. No, that's amazing. So I'm sure during COVID you were teaching online, right?
Yeah. Everything is online, and a lot of it is asynchronous. So it's all, it's recorded, and then, we just have those in-person lectures, not as, in between those recorded courses. It's not like it is that traditional, in front of you lecture all the time anymore.
Yeah, no, it's amazing what is possible and how to get the information that people need to them when they need it.
Yeah, and then they could work it around, taking care of their kids or their job, or
exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Make the content work for you, not the other way around.
Yeah.
So we have an event coming up in May. Tell us about the Careerist event.
Yeah, the Early Careerist event. We've been doing this event for several years. I mean, it is geared to those individuals that may be thinking of a career change, or that are early on in their healthcare career and wanting to get an idea of, okay, now I'm here, now where can I go, and how do I get there? We've had a couple in the recent past where we actually do mock interviews. We take their resume, and we'll kind of go over it and give them some tips and tricks on, writing a resume, geared to the particular point of the revenue cycle that they'd like to get involved in. So much these days is, a lot of it is, word of mouth, and, knowing how to, utilize social media and build, a network of people that are in that industry is such a, a hand up to some of the people getting into healthcare, and actually in healthcare, so you can stay up with it. I'm telling you, it changes. I mean,
Constantly,
you
right?
know it, like right now, it's probably going to change again in 5 minutes. So
Right. Well,
Yeah.
and that's really what we're focusing on, because my partner and I, Eric Holliday, we're going to be joining you guys for that event, going through like the digital marketing and
Yep.
networking in the digital marketing age, and what
you
you
have
should
to sell yourself. I mean,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Personal branding is really my background and my expertise. And so I've been doing it in Hollywood for many, many years. And then his expertise really is in the healthcare portion of it. So we've combined forces, kind of bring the best of our both worlds, and make sure that everybody gets some valuable knowledge. We're also going to be doing some live branding at the event. So we'll be able to pull people from the audience and, just kind of take what they have going on, and really highlight those points that we think that can really catapult them to the next level and whatever they want to transition to.
That's absolutely fantastic, because that's, healthcare is a very small industry, and there are so many hospitals that are all competing for that same resource.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
And I think it's changed. It used to be the employer kind of had the luxury of who they would like to pick, but now that is on the candidate, the prospective employee. There's so much choice these days, especially with remote work, and you don't necessarily have to, I live in Portland, Oregon. I live and I work here in Arkansas. I mean, and even when I was at San Diego, I lived in Portland, Oregon, worked in San Diego. So it's really opened up a whole different perspective for somebody looking for a job.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to do what we can to get everybody set up. And that event is on May 18th. So we would love to have the members of the San Diego chapter come and join us. We're excited about it, and I can't wait to meet you in person. I'm glad that we were able to get on the phone and do this call. And
I appreciate the opportunity for giving you a little overview of HFMA.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much.